What is going on, guys? It's your boy E the Chief. What we're getting into today is just a little bit of Division. It's been a while since I have, I posted anything Division at all. Forget what the last thing. I think the last thing I did was a little, like a little bit of DZ content and stuff. But we're just down here in the underground, something chill, nothing too crazy. And pretty much I just kind of wanted to, there's been a lot going on, and I've been kind of wanting to make a video for a while now. It's just I've just been busy, just kind of playing other things, not because of anything towards this game, because I love this game. So let's get that clear right away. This game, to me, is just, it's amazing. It's literally the first game I've ever bought. I've been playing games my whole life, and this is literally the first game I've ever bought a season pass for. Oh, shit! And I don't know, to me, it was a big deal. Like I said, man, I don't buy them. Like, I just don't, oh, what the hell did you fools get behind me? It's just, I play the game, kind of is what it is. But for this game, I pretty much want everything. Crap. I want everything that I can get out of it. Oh, come on, reload!
Warning, additional hostiles incoming.
So yeah, I mean, probably to most people, like, wow, you just bought a season pass. Like, yay, good for you. But I don't know, it meant a lot to me. Like I said, it's not something I ever do. That's how much I really just thoroughly enjoy this game. Actually, sneaking up behind me. Oh no!
Other additional hostiles inbound.
So yeah, I just wanted to kind of get that clear. Like, I love this game. This game is great. And the reason I say that is because probably more than half of people would beg to differ. And, that's fine with me. I mean, it happens. There's pretty much, a lot of people still love Call of Duty. I don't really care for it no more because I think they've just lost it and they've kind of just gone overboard. So, I mean, it happens in all game territory. Some people really like a game, people stick with it. Other people just, move on. But I'm just not one of those guys that like, oh, game's dead, game sucks, this and that. Like, I'm an adult. I just move on. Like, I don't need to chime in any 2 cents. You don't need to hear me say that the game sucks. I just move on. There's a lot of people saying the game's dead, and I just want to say honestly, they're wrong in my opinion. Sure, is there, some things going on, things that could be fixed, of course, but as we all know, if you've been sticking with the game, we have 1.4 coming out, I think next month? I believe next month, hopefully sometime next month, and it's supposed to be pretty much a complete overhaul of PvE content. Not doing nothing really PvP related because they'll handle that later, but if you get the PvE side of everything good, it's gonna definitely help out for that situation. So I'm just, I'm super excited for what they got going on. I want to, because all we really know so far, what they've kind of released in detail is the, the loot system. Gonna be getting not better stuff, just more of the better stuff. So instead of just doing, like your incursion or really anything, and you pretty much, you kind of just wait for, the end of the mission, wait till it's all over for you to, get the prize. And a lot of times, once you get to that point, it's probably more than 50% is going to be something you don't even really want, or it's going to be something that's just really not that great. So the fact that now, I'm playing Underground, so we'll just take this for example. So I'm fighting all these no-name dudes. I'm playing this just on hard, because Granted, it's still kind of giving me a hard time just because this is kind of my... It's not my total glass cannon build, but it's pretty glassy, so... you're going to be taking some damage. Plus, I'm just not the greatest gamer. What was I saying? So yeah, so we'll take this for example. You know, we're fighting all these random no-name dudes who, as you can see, they don't drop shit. They literally just give you nothing. What do we gotta do? Eliminate hostiles. Is anybody here? Oh, sniper. You know, and these people don't give you nothing. But coming up at 1.4, now there's a possibility that maybe one or a couple guys in this room, no-name dudes, I now have the possibility of giving you some good shit. And they got the whole, you know, the world, let's climb up here real quick. They got the world tier system now, so pretty much it's, you know, so it was like 160. It's pretty much, you know, all the classes going up to 229, I believe. I forget. There's like 4 tiers. And from within those tiers, you can also, you know, you choose your difficulty. Still gonna have your normal, hard, challenging, and heroic mode. Those modes are just gonna grant, you know, the amount of shit that you're gonna get. So even on hard mode, there'd still be a good chance of getting, you know, items. So it's gonna be pretty cool now because pretty much, you know, prior to this patch, I created I got a 19, and I was kind of I was contemplating doing another 14, but now that I know that I got this 1.4 coming, I have 4 characters. I pretty much want them all to be 30, and then once I get to 30, then I'm gonna indulge in just, you know, the different brackets. You know, I'll have, you know, the 160 or 190, have the 200. I forget all the exact tiers, but I'm pretty much, I want to have one for each tier, just so I can kind of experience, you know, all of it, see how they all are. But, you know, it's like I said, it's just cool now that I could go through this, and all these no names are still gonna get, you know, drop potential, you know, loot and good loot that I want for, you know, for that character. And that is just awesome. Instead of having to painstaking go through this, for you get the 1, maybe 2 items, you know, you get the 1 item from your boss, maybe 2. There's usually 1, sometimes 2 chests in a map, so it's that 3, and then you get the 1 chest after. So I mean, so in 1 round you have the potential of getting, you know, 3, 4 items on like a high end. Most likely you probably find 1 chest, you get the boss drop, and then you get the chest afterwards. So, you know, normally you're getting 3. Most of the time it's only 2, because sometimes those chests aren't even there. But now to be able to, you know, to just like kill this dude and have him drop something for me is sick. Now even, and what I'm totally fine with also, is even if it wasn't nothing great, even if like this guy dropped something, you know, green or even blue, like, I'm fine with it, because at the end of the day we all still need money, because rolling and all that stuff still costs money. Weapons, you know, doing the rolling for your weapons, you know, that's Phoenix credits, so it's whatever. But for rolling and all that, you still need money. So even if these guys were to drop rubbish, I would still be somewhat happy with it, because for me it's still income, it's still money, it's still gonna help me with, you know, my character and being able to, you know, roll a particular item and maybe hopefully get something that I really want. So I'm fine with that too, but if they're doing it so, you know, they're dropping some good stuff, then that's a positive too. So I mean, like I said, all we know so far is kind of the world tiers, which I think is really cool. And like, when they first started doing
incoming hostiles.
When they first started doing like gear sets and stuff, so like once you hit, you know, you hit end game, so you got level 30. Now mind you, I'm talking about like when they first started doing gear sets, so we're doing what, 1.1, 1.2, I think 1.1 pretty much kind of nailed it, 1.2 was there too. So pretty much once you hit 30, you had pretty much 0 to 160, I believe, like 0 to 160, or 30 to 160, however you want to call it. I don't know where the hell these people are at. I forgot, like, from doing like my recent gaming with the Chiefs, where pretty much I do a recording and then I do the, you know, I do the FaceTime or whatever afterwards. I kind of forgot how hard the, like, just multitasking and shit is. Good God. Oh no! Like, froze on me. Get cover. Yeah, I forgot how hard doing trying to focus and kill people at the same time is. But yeah, what was I saying? Okay, yeah, so like the 1.1 errors, so pretty much like I said, hit end game, you're now level 30. It went from like 0 to freaking, either 140 or 160. I feel like it was 160. I don't know, I could be wrong. And then, so, you know, you had everybody that was like within that bracket. And then you had your next bracket, which was like 160 and up. Or 170 and up. And went to like, went to either 190 or like 200. But there was like, you know, there was brackets. There was gaps in between things. And then like with the latest one, or one of them, because I remember I did another 30 because I wanted to kind of just go about it differently. And then all of a sudden you're hitting end game. And now, oh shit. Now all of a sudden you're in the bracket with these dudes who are freaking 255. Like, how are you gonna go from just hitting end game? You just started getting like purple gear. Well, gears with you know, gear score numbers on them, 89 and little numbers like that. To all of a sudden playing with the elite of elite in this game. Like, I thought that was just straight ridiculous. Like, this is completely impossible for single players. Like, you can't just go from 30, like I said, man, go from 30 and now you're playing with elite people who are in these decked out crazy gear sets and ultimate guns and sweet rolls, like all that. Like, the fact that they eliminated that, got rid of that system, the tier system in the first place, was beyond me. But I'm super glad that they're bringing it back. So that's nice. Everything that's 268, all of our teal items are now going to 229. I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me. That's cool. Whatever, because that, you know, a lot of people, I think Skill Up, he was talking about a video how, you know, we all truly just overlook the 229, the gear pieces. Obviously, we want the 229 guns, but when it comes to the gear pieces, if it's not a reckless chest piece, which is what I'm actually wearing right now, or Savage gloves, I've never even really. I have a 14. Actually, I have a 19 with Savage gloves, but like I don't even really care for them or use them. What's the other one? I think Vigorous chest piece is supposed to be really good, but there's like other ones in there that are, you know, still probably equally good in their own way. But it just came to a point in this game where it's just like, if you don't have, you know, a couple of pieces, it was like, you know, just a handful of pieces, teal, or even, you know, gold 229 items that were really just viable. And like with a game like this, man, we need, like, everything should be on somewhat equal playing fields. Really should, because like the whole point of this game is just to always customize and have, you know, have a unique, you know, gear style, play style. But when everybody's got to just keep running the same thing, it gets boring and everybody starts freaking losing their minds. Now I'm using, like I said, I'm using Sentry Reckless. I love it. I love it for PvE. I don't really use it for PvP, but everybody knows of, you know, Sentry shotgunners running around marking you or just pretty much blasting you in the face. Game over. Now my whole thing with Sentry is it should be only sniper rifles. You shouldn't be able to activate it with anything else, because when they first showcased it, like with the little guys, you know, standing around one another, the Sentry dude or chick was a sniper. So I mean, I have no problem with Sentry's call. I believe it should just only be sniping. You know? Because then you earn You earned that mark. You earned that extra damage. Sure, they could probably dimmy down the you know, maybe the damage that it does. I'm still fine with that, but I feel like it should only be activated via sniper. A lot of people have problem with got a beef with Reclaimer. I think Reclaimer is awesome. My only problem is, me personally, I don't believe it should be unlimited. I feel like Reclaimer should, you know, like, it should still give it to the whole team. I'm fine with that, but it should not be unlimited. It should be a limited use. It should be used like your ult. Pretty much tactical. Like, you use it when you desperately really need to use it. You don't use it just for the sake of just popping it off so you could just start wrecking house with explosive rounds and things like that nature. I think that there is where they kind of went wrong. I think it should be limited use, so that way people actually tactically have to use it when the situation is either dire or, you know, calls for it. When, you know, but if you could just continuously keep popping it and your team always has it, I think that's an issue. So I mean, that's my only grief with Reclaimer, is it should just be limited. Should be limited use, so that way people are actually using it smartly and when they really need to use it, not just for the sake of they can use it. Yeah, I know I'm doing like a lot of rambling right now. There was a lot to cross and try to, you know, get my opinions out. I mean, I know I'm super late to the party, but I wanted to still voice my opinion nonetheless, because truthfully, you know, I stopped playing the game not because I hate the game, not because I think the game sucks. One, I was just going ham. Me and my buddies who I was playing with, like, we were playing this shit like, I wake up, I'm logging in, I'm playing this game, I'm underground, I'm incursions, we're going into DZ. Like, we were just doing this every day, every hour, like literally just non-stop for the past couple of months. So I wanted to stop, more so just to take a break and, you know, play other games. Because like I said, I got my YouTube channel, so I mean, I always need to be playing other games. But I love this game, massive. You know, you got my support, man. I love what you guys got with this game. I really see a bright future. I really see positive things and everything just, you know, being how it should be. So I'm with you. You've had me since day one. You didn't lose me. To all the people who, you know, who left, you know, adios, or, you know, come back and give it a try. I mean, I think at the end of the day, a lot of people, like, you just gotta have, for me, like, I fully embraced this game when I just came to terms with everything. Like, especially with like the DZ, come to terms with yourself that it's not going to be easy. You're not going to be able to run in there and just get everything that you want. There are people out there who love the PvP. I never really cared for it, but I've enjoyed it a hell of a lot more and embraced the fact that, you know, I'm going to die. Stop worrying about trying to get to 99 and like losing experience. I've played with players who like were 99 or something and then died a couple of times, either via from going rogue, which was their own choice, and then, you know, dropping down a couple of ranks and then completely going ballistic, losing their shit about it. Like, stop doing that. It is a video game. It is meant to have fun. Sure, you can take it serious, but don't go crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? Come to terms with it. It's going to happen. You can always get back to where you were. So don't sweat it. If you had some good stuff and some rogues kill you, or, I mean, current state right now, you probably have a worse chance with the AI just because they're so tough and they kill you and you lose it. So what? You will find it again. You may find something even better. Like, you just can't sweat it. You got to come to terms with yourself and with this game and just embrace it for what it is. And I feel like once you do that, you will truly enjoy it. And like, it really sucks right now for the single players. I mean, for the majority of this time, I was a single player until, you know, I happened to meet a couple of really awesome dudes who I could consider, you know, friends. Like, we play a lot, we talk a lot. It's just, we have a great time. So, I mean, as a single player, you know, do try to matchmake, because you know, you may just stumble upon that one really cool group of just cool individuals who just enjoy playing the game, who may either help you out or just you're already in a good place and it's just you guys have a bond and you can start enjoying the game with you know, teammates and stuff. But it's awesome that they're fixing it for the single player, so now, you know, I can enjoy it more thoroughly by myself in case my buddies ain't on, and for everybody else who doesn't have friends who play this game, they can thoroughly enjoy this. But, you know, to the single players, do try to matchmake. Like I said, you know, they are slim. They are slim. This is a very toxic environment game, especially when, you know, Dark Zone side of things. But who knows, man? You might just stumble upon that group of people and, you know, you'll definitely enjoy it a lot more. But just, you know, understand that there's rogues and, you know, you're gonna die. Dark Zone isn't going to be easy. That currently the AI is just super tough. Like, deal with it. Then don't try, you know, then the easier thing is then don't try doing the crazy hard challenging modes. You know? Play to enjoy it. Have fun. It's the whole purpose of the game. And I feel like a lot of people who gave up and quit on this game were just, you know, they didn't come to terms with the fact of the game. Just they couldn't deal with it, couldn't face it. But once you come to that, man, this game is awesome. And there's a shit ton of fun. And they are really trying hard to fix it and make it the game that it needs to be. So once again, massive, my name is the Chief. I got your back. I'm with you. Keep up the good work. And to all my friends, my name is still the same. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, my rant. I know there's probably many other things that I could probably go on and talk about, but I'm just gonna end it here. Any support from you guys, my friends, would be most helpful. So if you could, please hit that like button. Leave comments down below. You know, let me know, do you still play the game? You know, what are your thoughts on it? I mean, and I'm also looking for positivity. Don't come over here leaving negative comments saying, oh, the game's dead, this and that. If that's what you're going to do, take it elsewhere, my friend. I want pure positivity. People who still very much enjoy this game. That's who I want to hear from. And of course, subscribing to the channel would be most helpful and highly appreciated. Also, my name is the Chief, my friends. And until next time, you all stay awesome.